The Boston Bruins did something this weekend that I've never seen. Never seen in an NHL game. Clearly, the tank is in, right? They've lost 6 games in a row. It was a nightmare of a road trip out west where they lost 5-2, 3-1, and then 7-2 last night against the Kings. You could do the math. I mean, they've given up 30 goals in that 6-game losing streak. They're just awful. They look like an AHL team. And it's a brutal limp to the finish line here in the last 3 weeks or so of the season. But what they did Saturday night is something that I think all Bruins fans need to remember for years to come, no matter how this retool goes. If it's a good thing, if it goes well, we'll kind of laugh at this. And if it doesn't go well, we'll say maybe this was the beginning of the end right here. Maybe it wasn't the Marchand trade, but maybe this was the moment that the Bruins lost all of their pride. Because Saturday night, 10 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time start, they're playing on the West Coast, obviously, against the worst team in the NHL, literally the worst team in the NHL, the San Jose Sharks, who they have not lost to in their last 15 meetings. And late in the third, the Sharks score the go-ahead goal at 2-1. Except there's one problem that Andy Brickley and the NESN broadcast point out right away as the Sharks are celebrating their go-ahead goal.
Has to go. Yeah, that's offside.
No question about it. 11 times out of 10, that is an offside play. And the Bruins knew it right away. And so they're looking with their video team, seeing if they're going to challenge it. And they end up calling their timeout so that they have more time to look at it. And you can hear the pop in the arena when they show the replay. The Bruins fans are cheering. This is going to be no goal. Brickley, shows the replay a couple of times, and he's like, yeah, this is not a goal. No way this is a goal. They even have the freeze frame. Not a goal. Look at that. White between the skater on the bottom of the screen there and the blue line, and the puck is already across the blue line. No doubt that is an offside, no goal. And as the Bruins call their timeout and they sit there, nothing happens. They don't challenge the play. And the goal stands. And the game goes on. They give up an empty netter and they lose. That is the night, March 22nd, 2025. That is the night that the Bruins tried to pull a fast one on you. It's a Saturday night at about 1 a.m. Eastern time on a day full of March Madness. You're not even thinking about hockey. You're probably not watching this dog shit team. It's the wee hours of the morning against the worst team in the league. And they're saying, we don't want the point here. We don't even want the loser point. We want to continue this regulation losing streak. We are tanking. And we're at the point where we are going to let the other team, the worst team in the National Hockey League, we're going to let them cheat. We're going to let them break the rules so that we can continue to tank. That's how bad we want this thing. That is how down and out of it we are in this season. That's how hopeless this team and the short-term future of this franchise is. That we're going to literally let the other team break the rules if it helps us lose and get a better draft pick. Kudos. Well done. It sounded like Don Sweeney made the call. Like during the timeout. Guys, we know this is an offside, but don't do it. Don't challenge it. We have a chance here. We have a chance to get 0 points. And they win and they did it. And Sacco said after the game that, he thinks, it looked like the guy didn't have possession. And so, therefore, the puck would just be entering the zone and they could tag up before they touched it. Like, come on. Look at this still image. There's no way he doesn't have possession. Better yet, let's look at the video again. There's no...
Go. Yeah, that's offside.
What part of that is not possession? He's literally carrying the puck into the zone. What are they talking about? And poor Joe Sacco, local kid, has been with the Bruins organization as an assistant for a decade. He knows this is his last chance to be the head coach, and he's just the sacrificial lamb. Like the poor guy, Sweeney just trots him out there and says, yeah, this will be our guy. We'll get back to the playoffs. And then makes him do shit like this, where they're literally punting a game. They're just saying, we don't want to win this game. Like, where is the fucking pride, man? Are you kidding me? And I'm sitting here trying not to cuss at my TV because, it's after midnight. And I'm surprised at just how many people on Bruins Twitter are actually following this. Maybe they didn't pull a fast one on us because we all saw it. We all saw how they deliberately just punted their chance to win the game. And how does that affect the locker room? Like, the players are looking up at the Jumbotron. They see that it's offsides. They see the video that the coaches are looking at. And then Joe Sacco is trying to say that the guy didn't have possession. Like, these people aren't stupid. I can't imagine what kind of effect that has on the guys in the locker room. It's just, how do you move forward from that? How do you say, yeah, this is an organization that is trying to win? How do you pull out all the ethos, the pathos, whatever it is, of an original six team that has all that kind of pride and a city that loves it? Like, they're trying to lose. I've never seen, obviously we see teams tank all the time, but I've never seen an NHL team go that deliberate in a game to try and lose it. It's unfathomable to me. But that's where the Bruins are at right now. 2 years ago, they set the record for wins and points in a season. Less than 2 years later, they are giving up a game against the worst team in the NHL so that they can get a better draft pick. Like, it's this team has fallen so far. This organization has fallen so far. And I just can't believe how much the ownership just blindly backs it. They just said, yeah. Don Sweeney and Cam Neely fucked up this roster so bad that we had to trade our captain to arguably right now our biggest rival and, a right shot defenseman for, our other biggest playoff rival. And by the end of March, we're going to be facing the worst team in the league, and we're going to try and lose and just hope our fans aren't staying up till 1 a.m. Eastern time to watch it. And if they are, guess what? This whole season's been a big fuck you to you anyway, so might as well just keep it going. It's sad. It's really sad. But hey, at this point, I said after the trade deadline, they probably should just be tanking anyway. So how can I knock them for tanking? At least make us believe that you're trying to win. Because trust me, you don't have the skill to win many games anyway. That 6-game losing streak is a big sign of that. But now the Bruins are slotted somewhere between, picks 5 and 9 as it stands right now. But I'm deciding to go to the Tankathon website and sim the 2025 NHL draft lottery to see how many times it will take me for the Bruins to get the number 1 pick. Now, you can't see it, but I'm going to do it for my own enjoyment. Try number 1. Nope, they're picking 9th. Oof, that's tough. That's one spot over where they're slotted right now. Try number 2. 8th, where they're supposed to be right now. Okay. Try number 3. Ooh, very close. The Bruins at number 2 in this draft. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take number 2. No, back down to 9 on draft number 4. Lottery number 5, they're down to 10. Oh, that would be brutal. 6, they're back to 9. 7, they're still at 8th. 8, they go down 1 to 9. Oh my gosh. The 9th draft, they're 8th. They might not have any shot at the number 1 pick at this point. The 10th, they're down to 10. How about that for symmetry? Nope. Still at 9. What's that? 11, 12? Nope. 13. No. So the point of this is the Bruins still have to continue losing. Okay. It's not that bad that at least the Blackhawks are going to be in the top 3. At least the Sharks are going to be in the top 3. 15 simulations and they're still not number 1. They're just stuck at that 8, and that 9, it's going to be another, 2000 NHL draft where they draft that Janssen kid out of Sweden, and they never end up even signing him, let alone him playing for the Bruins. This is a shithole of a year for the Boston Bruins. And they, for a proud organization, as an organization as proud as they are, to pull what they pulled on Saturday night is so Bush League and so bullshit that fans have to demand better. They have to. We've done the whole 2 seasons worth of milking out the centennial season. We bought all the crap. Okay, you're busting up fucking season ticket prices for us to watch that. For us to watch a team that doesn't want to win hockey games. It's horrible for this organization. It's horrible for the league. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're here every weekday talking a lot of Bruins. Every weekday, high noon Eastern time, and then wherever you get your podcasts. For Zach Burke keeping us on the air, I'm your host, Cam Stewart.